from America's finest city. This is Real Talk San Diego on ESPN 1700.
What's happening, gang? You are back live in the Secret Stash. I'm your host, Jesse Abanias, co-founder of the Greenhouse Group, helping folks get into and out of homes. That's what we do over there at the Greenhouse Group locally, right here in the heart of San Diego, and moving people with purpose. By the way, you got to go check us out. If you are in the market right now as a buyer, of course you are. Why not? Because the rates are just ridiculous right now. They're at like 4.25 per. They popped up a little bit, but historically, this is insanity right now that we're even still talking about 4s. It's free money, gang. And if you don't have a home for yourself yet, like if you're not actually the owner of something yet, we've got a couple properties that are going to go live this week. One of them's not even on the market yet. It's actually up in 4S Ranch. It's 16448 Camellas Walk. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, and the owner just went and dialed it up for you, all pretty. Landscaping inside, whole dialed out. Go to our site, thegreenhousegroupinc.com for more coming soon information about that one. And if you're looking for something more starter level, over in Spring Valley, we got a new 3-bedroom, 2-bath popping up on Friday, 9129 Barnevald Street, and that one's only going for $375, gang. You can check that out, of course, at the Coming Soon tab for thegreenhousegroupinc.com. In the studio today, my friends, we've got a local legend, Joe Stump, and we have been bringing it for the last hour, all things small business, all things referral-based business, all things, classic mistakes that really good folks are making right now that are getting in the way of them having a marketing budget that's manageable and then having a clientele and a life worth living by actually operating as by referral only. And that's what you, my man, have done for the last 30 years for all the people lucky enough to be under your wing over at buyreferralonly.com. Of course, I'm speaking to my man, Joe Stump. And, picking back up on this thread, my friend, you brought all kinds of goodies here on the table. And by the way, if you're catching us either live on Meerkat, we're doing a live stream right now. Go to Twitter, Meerkat. You are at, we're at Follow the Stash. You can just watch it there. And if you're catching it on YouTube, you can see all these books. But Joe, which one's your favorite out of all these? Let's just go right to the heart of this.
Well, the one that we gave earlier on the Stash in our first episode.
Yeah.
And if people go back and listen to that, this was my most favorite book to write. It was called Willing Warrior.
Yeah.
And we actually gave you a free copy of this book.
Yeah, and we gave out a truckload of those, by the way.
So if you're listening today for the first time, you can go back to episode.
It's secretstashradio.com. I don't remember. It was right before the holiday season, right? December?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, and this is the story of how I became the oldest guy ever to go through the civilian version of the Navy SEAL Hell Week and the kind of all the lessons that are learned inside there. It's an amazing story. And
that's to say the least.
And so we put the PDF on the Stash where you can go back and listen to that. And so
we'll put it in the show notes. Yeah, you betcha.
Okay, cool. So I would say, and then on the business side, God, I love them all. There's a series of whole books that we put together. I'm going to say that these 5 are my favorite. So the first one is Becoming Referable.
Okay.
And because that's a whole concept in itself is before you can actually get a referral, you have to be somebody that is referable.
And that's kind of what you were talking about at the end of the last hour about consciousness, right? Because that's when you start going inward.
Right. So a referral, this is the way I define it, is introducing someone you care about to someone you trust and respect. That's a referral. So it's not telling somebody about you. It's actually introducing someone.
The difference being obvious, but
clearly introductions are very different than here's a friend of mine who sells real estate, give him a call. And then kind of you're off the hook. Introducing is I'm going to put myself on the hook. I'm going to put you two together because I can trust you. And I love this person enough that I don't want them to meander into another real estate agent along the way and not have the pleasure of working with you.
And they want to feel good.
Yeah.
About that. That's a lesser known thing. Maybe you could play on that a little bit.
Well, I know that you know the answer to this, but the question is what's the number one reason people even take the time to introduce somebody that they care about to a service or a provider that they want? And the answer being is it makes them feel good. So I watch, first thing I said to you is are you watching Game of Thrones? Yeah. Now, I've been a bystander on this game for a long time. It's in its 5th season. I never even, like my daughter'd say, Dad, you got to watch Game of Thrones. And I'm like, Tracy, I know you love me and you want me to have great experiences, but I just am not into that stuff. And then I turned it on and I got hooked, and I went episode 1 and 2 in over about a 5-day experience. I dropped 20 episodes in 4 or 5 days.
You bendered?
Oh my!
Yeah.
It got throned.
Yeah,
I really have enjoyed that. I really, and the point being, whatever the point was being there is that
about you feeling good about
and I feel and I always say to Tracy, hey Trace, thanks for persisting and getting me to watch. She goes, Dad, now will you take any suggestion I give you, because I got some great other movies I'd love you to watch.
Yeah.
And she feels so good about being the one who made that experience available to me. Right. And that's the number one reason
because
people
she
advocate.
Trusts that Game of Thrones is going to deliver.
Yeah, it delivered for her, and she knows me well enough that it would deliver for me. Right. And that's really what a referral is, and people do it because it makes them feel good. So if you choose not to ask for a referral, what you're really doing is denying people the good feeling that they will receive when they do introduce you to a friend or a family member. You're just giving them a giant. And I often hear people say, oh, I'm afraid to ask for referrals. Well, that's a little selfish. That's like really kind of a wimpy way to get out of it. Like, what you don't feel like good, like you're going to feel bad because you're going to refer somebody. Well, wait a minute. What about the person who's going to recommend you to somebody, and that person's going to call them back and say, thank you so much for referring Jesse to me. Thank you so much. I would have never had such an incredible experience buying or selling a house if you didn't refer Jesse to me. I would miss out on that opportunity completely of feeling good if I was afraid to ask for a referral.
And it's rampant in the real estate industry, which is the one you've coached and known for the last 30 years, because so many people spend 80-90% of their time always out looking for the next client.
Right.
And then whatever time happens to be left in their ramshackled week to actually help the poor guys and girls that they got in the first place.
Right.
And you could just picture them like proverbially huddled up in this cold, dark room, like with no light and no love, because they spend all of their time and attention just out always foraging for new clients. And that's what you've always called a traditional real estate agent.
Yeah, or traditional salesperson, which is, a very honorable profession. But when I say the word salesperson, for the receiver of those words, it doesn't conjure up like this person that I want to introduce and refer.
That you don't want to be in relationship with.
Yeah, you're not saying, I can hardly wait to start a new relationship with a salesperson. Now, don't get me wrong. You are in the profession of sales, which means is to convince and influence and persuade and cajole and encourage.
But it's about becoming referable, is it not? That's the shift.
Right. And so what's more referable, a trusted advisor or a salesperson? So like just selecting words that would best describe the highest version of yourself. So if somebody says, what do? You say, well, I'm a real estate salesperson. A person's not going to go, oh, that's who I want to refer.
Let me get you in my cell phone real quick.
Yeah. As a person, like a way that a person would respond to the question, what do you do, if you were trained by us? This is a great way to look at it. So the person says, what do? You say, well, the best way to describe it is just maybe with a real quick story. A young family living in an apartment wanted to have a bigger, more spacious home to raise their kids in, and they didn't know what to do. They were paying $800-900 a month for rent, and they had an extra $1,400 or $1,500. They could go up to $1,400 or $1,500, and they needed to get some advice, and that's what they did. Is they got some advice, and today, as a result of the advice they got, they're now living in a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath home in a great neighborhood. Their house payment is equivalent to what they're paying with rent, with their taxes. And that's what I do, is I make dreams come true for people who are renting right now and want to own their own home. I'm a real estate consultant. Now, so I say the word real estate consultant at the end of the story, but take 35 to 40 seconds to tell a story about what you do for people versus your title. So my chiropractor friend, David Hill, you say to David, so what do you do, David? He goes, well, best way to describe it is a quick story. Guy came in here, was out of work, collecting disability. It was running out at the end of the month. He had to get his back repaired because he fell from a ladder. And that's what I do is I get people back to work quickly who are disabled. I'm a chiropractor.
Right. That's the genius, of course, of what we even talked about over the course of the whole last hour, which is the dialogue and the consciousness. And in order to have ownership of that at a level of mastery, you need to be able to actually be referable first, and that's the genius of that book. It's a fundamental core competence kind of thing of the space that you come from, right?
Right.
So good foundation. Now coming up, Joe. Okay. We're going to get into the weeds about the actual dialogues themselves. Now, you brought a book. I love this book. It's called Actually Asking for Referrals. And so I'm going to put you on the hot seat, brother. We're just going to do a page flip. And whatever one comes up, I'm going to put you in the hot seat, and you can coach that module. We'll be right back.
We call that the deep dive.